This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 550 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by EquestrianCollections.com. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from Dr. Wendy Ying. Dr. Ying is co-host of the Driving Radio Show here on the Horse Radio Network and a doctor of veterinary medicine who practices traditional Chinese medicine in her practice, 5 Elements for Animals. She is also an active competitor in the sport of combined driving and also enjoys fox hunting. Today's tip is about the gallbladder and liver Meridian. But first, a word from our sponsor, EquestrianCollections.com. The equestrian's favorite trinity of fourth quarter shopping opportunities is upon us. Winter weather, winter show circuits, and winter gift giving. No worries. Just surf on over to EquestrianCollections.com. There, you'll find an astounding array of name-brand blankets and outerwear for winter weather, splendid show clothes for winter circuits, and innumerable goodies for gift giving. EquestrianCollections.com, bringing the whole universe of equestrian shopping to your fingertips. Now, enjoy today's tip.
Shay, Glenn. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the liver and the gallbladder meridian. And these are associated with the wood element. So last time we talked about the water element. Now we're talking about the wood element. And the liver and gallbladder meridian are really important. I use them the most when I'm dealing with emotional issues in animals. Like when they get aggravated at their situation. So
For some animals, that's all the time.
Yeah, I mean, look at poor Black Beauty. You know? I mean, of course, Black Beauty's going to have liver chi stagnation. And in, like, people, you can imagine it. You know, if you have to commute to a job that you hate and you drink a lot of coffee, you don't get enough sleep and smoke and toxins and pollution, that all affects your wood element. And so the way you treat that is to treat the liver and gallbladder meridians. So the gallbladder meridian runs from the corner of your eye up on your scalp, around your ears, and then down your neck and along your ribs, and then down your lower leg, the outside of your lower leg. The liver runs from the inside of your lower leg up, like past your knee, which is equivalent to the horse's stifle, and then ends on the ribs. So just like with the bladder meridian, how the local points that we treat for that, the local issues would be back and like gluteal pain. With the gallbladder and the liver, the local physical problems I'd be treating is stifle. Like when I have stifle issues, I usually use those meridians. Also, when I'm talking about the stress, the liver chi stagnation, I can use points on the liver meridian. Those are really powerful. But with horses, that's the inside hind leg on the bony part, like right underneath his hock. I have to climb under there and like stick a needle in there. Or I have to get up, way up, and get a needle right.
Okay, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, and with dogs, it's even worse. They like bite you. Horses just kick you. So I could say, "Oh, pick up that front foot." But so I usually try to do, as Dr. Shea calls it, flying needle technique, where you like come in and you like.
You have a blowgun?
Yeah, get in there quick. But like lately, I've been doing the laser. And I really love that because it's just like 4 seconds. I can treat it and they don't feel anything.
Well, that is a good question when you're doing acupuncture like for this. If you were trying to treat the stifle and you have to put the needle in, how long does it need to stay in?
Well, basically, it needs to stay until you get the Dai Chi response. That's like the meridian response. Dai Chi response, if it's like banging your elbow and when you're funny
the funny bone?
Yeah. So you feel something travel along the nerve or a meridian. You might feel heat. Sometimes it's like a muscle cramp. And a lot of times histamine is released. We don't see that in animals because they have fur, but in people, you'll see like a red wheel where the needle is. But acupuncture is not a spa treatment. I mean, it hurts because you have to feel that response to have something happen. So with the laser, it's quick and it penetrates deeply, and those reactions are happening like after I'm out of there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whereas the needle, I still use a lot of needles, but the laser has opened up acupuncture to some of my clients that just couldn't take it. Okay, sorry, I kind of got off track. Another thing that the liver and gallbladder meridian is important with is internal wind. So internal wind is seizures. So if you are like stressed out and dealing with toxins and all that, sometimes that can lead to chemical imbalance and lead to seizures. So one of the hard things about treating seizures is you never know when that's going to happen. So you have to try to keep the animal in a state where, it's hard to tell what's going to set off a seizure, especially in an animal, because they can't tell you. So any animal that has had a history of seizures, we'd like to treat the liver meridian. And also, so related to that in horses, which you might see, because if you have a horse that's seizing, you better not ride it,
Right.
But on a much more minor scale, there are things like shivers, which is shaking of the hind legs, or head shaking. And head shaking is sometimes, when that starts, it's kind of a pain, but in a lot of times you can't show a horse it's a head shaker. It gets out of control. So that can be treated with herbs and using the liver and gallbladder meridian. Also, it's really important for tendon issues because those, the tendons are controlled by wood. So if I ever have anything like when I treat a stifle, usually it's because the ligaments are a little bit stretched or sore, unless it's an OCD problem, I'm going to have ligament issues in there. So it's good to treat the stifle locally, but then also treating it globally by treating the gallbladder and liver meridian.
So there it is.
So there it is indeed. To listen to all of Wendy's tips, just go to horsetipdaily.com and go to the Experts drop-down menu on the left. You can also go to her website, 5elementsforanimals.com. Use the digits, don't spell out those numbers. If you just can't get enough of Wendy and Glenn, you can listen to them every week on the Driving Radio Show, drivingradioshow.com. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.